Hey you guys, J-Man37X here bringing you episode 19 of Epic Battle Fantasy V. Last time, we made a little bit more progress into the Iron Fortress, took out this little spooky side area here, and made a little bit of progress into this mysterious looking room. So I have a bit of a correction from last time. I was under the influence that once you turned off this shield, it was going to change the weather. I thought that happened in the live stream. That I don't believe is the case, actually. But what turning off the shield does do, I mean, if you mouse over this, you can see that there's some spots there's an exclamation point. That might immediately hint what you can do here, and it actually made me realize something that I want to come back and check out on my live stream series, which I will actually be doing tonight, I believe, the live stream going on tonight. But I don't think that's going to influence anything for us right now. Also, we're going to go ahead and change this music. It's nice to have a bit of a change, but it's also a bit more loop friendly, I think, to listen to this one. I can't remember. Have we checked this paper yet? Quarreling among us. I actually don't think we did. That's for machine march forward. Okay, so just more of their plans. So yeah, once you just deactivate both of these. Also, I keep forgetting that you guys can't necessarily see stuff happening over here. Basically, the stack of papers on a computer you saw me interact with last time. If you're playing along or you've played the game, you can infer what's behind there most of the time. But anywho, we got a couple pretty big-ish encounters coming up here. I'm gonna go ahead and double-check that all our equips are good. I think bomb is good here. And you have your electric weapon. Okay, this all seems good. This all seems fine to me. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so yeah, we got two big battles here. That'll probably be mostly what we do this video. So, I mean, you'll notice this wave is, immediately just a metal idol. So that should hint you that you're going to want to do some setup this round. We're just going to go ahead and weaken this guy a bit. Okay, and we're now going to just have these guys throw down their main defensive buffs. Yeah, basically, if you ever see a situation like this, it's a setup wave. Use it to set up. You're probably gonna need it. That's fine. I wanted to do another turn of setup, but it's not too bad. You'll notice we have a War Mammoth. You'll also notice that I already scanned it. I was doing some testing last time because I wanted to see, basically, if I needed to wait a certain amount of time or something to get the different weather. So I just scanned him ahead of time. I figure it'll save us a bit of time this video. So, this is our first instance of a mammoth enemy. I think we've seen a mammoth-looking enemy on the overworld before, but this is the first time we've actually battled against one. With our first one here, as you see, is the War Mammoth. Basically a tank, has bomb and earth attacks. Very susceptible to weakening and poison, and tired. The thing about mammoths, they don't explicitly tell you this. They hint at it with some of the mammoths later on. I think it's the case with War Mammoths as well, I'm not completely sure. But some of the mammoths can potentially revive themselves if they aren't either weakened or tired when they die. So, on top of it being a good idea to weaken them just because it's a good idea, you'll also want to weaken them for that reason. So, I also can't remember if I went over this last time. I've been using this to weaken things. I forgot that Anna has a perfectly good way to weaken right here. So this is probably a bit better to use because it has, you know, 100% chance, and it also is just typically more neutral on the offense. So we're gonna go with that. Certainly a much better option, I think. You'll notice that the weather is still radiation. Almost everyone got physical defense down, which is not ideal on our side, but good on their side. So I guess it kind of balances out. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and I want to just get these guys taken out. So I think we're just going to do a, whatever the water attack's called, I can't remember. Just get them taken out so we only have to focus on this guy. Oh, that's a little bit, disturbing. I actually did not remember that attack at all. That was a bit on the horrifying side, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, so let me try something here. 70% chance. I haven't really tried this yet. This is a chance to cancel our debuffs. Oh, well, worked quite well. Cool. Alright, so we don't have that defense down anymore, which is nice, because that was the main thing I was concerned about here. Besides that, I just kind of want to... My main strategy, and I think just in general... I love cacti. In general, what I would consider a good strategy for fighting mammoths, weaken them. 100% you want them weakened. And just try and stack up poison as high as you can, basically. And maybe some burn or scorch if you can inflict it. It's a little bit more challenging to do that, but just generally a good strategy. Right now we don't have particularly good means of inflicting poison. I don't think we have really any summons for it either. Not equipped, at least. So yeah, right now our means of inflicting poison are a little bit weak, but... Oh. Is her health low or something? I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Oh, that's fine. But, yeah. Just getting poison stacked up on him is very good. And like I said, if you can weaken him and keep him weakened, eventually he's going to do almost nothing to you. And it's going to be a lot easier for you to deal with, basically. So that's my recommended bits of strategy for fighting the mammoths. Especially, I mean, they are very susceptible to poison, and they're susceptible to weaken, so it's pretty implied that those are good strategies as well. So yeah, highly recommend. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just do a little bit of... Let's focus a little bit of damage here. Let's see how much we can do. That's not bad. With our current set, it's going to be hard for us to stack up really high levels of poison anyway, since both of our poison attacks aren't guaranteed to poison, and they're not very high stacks of it either. I'm not sure if I've gone over the specifics of poison, but basically this number here, of course, is the number of turns that they're poisoned, but it's also the... As far as I'm aware, at least, it's also the damage of... like, the higher the stack, it also does more damage to them. Oh, it's still on cooldown, okay. So basically, if you have a stack of 9 poison, it's going to do more damage than a stack of 1 poison. Just from as far as I'm aware, at least, that's how it works. So it's additionally useful to have higher stacks for that reason. Besides the obvious that it just lasts longer. Okay, oh, we need to capture him. Yes, we're gonna go for the capture here. He's very physically debuffed. He's got poison. This should be a pretty easy capture-ish. He is still a big enemy, though, so that's still something to keep in mind. Okay, never mind. Not quite there yet. Let's do... I think this should do the trick. It shook twice. That's a huge evade debuff. This should seal the deal. There we go. Okay. A little bit overconfident the first time because we got the War Mammoth. Buffs the defensive allies, including backup, and then hits with a big AoE bomb attack. Very good, as you can see. It doesn't actually show how much it costs right now, but 50 defense buff is very nice. Has a chance to stagger as well, so that's got some good utility behind it. It's pretty nice. Okay, so there's that. Got this little chest here. Gas mask, which is quite a handy equip, I would say. Let's go ahead and upgrade that a little bit here. Whoops, there we go. Also, I forget, I want to get everything at least up to level 3. This one, the Night Helm upgrades to cast Cat Warrior. This one gives Regenerate, so that's actually a super useful status that the Space Helmet does. The Space Kit in general is a very nice equip set, in my opinion. I never upgraded this either. Increase the chance of inflicting statuses. This one randomly casts Poison Gas. So if you're going up against something that's very susceptible to poison, Poison Gas is a super good means of inflicting pretty reasonable levels of poison to everything. This doesn't do anything for a couple levels. We're not going to worry about that because she's not even in our party right now. Counterattacks with normal attack, which is nice. Let's see, this does nothing in the first couple levels. This makes your defend buff your attack by a whole bunch. So that kind of gives some extra utility to defending, which is typically something that I almost never do, and I don't think a lot of people do, barring certain situations. This can cast Flare, which lowers the enemy's accuracy. That's really good utility. That's just a great thing to have randomly happen. Snowballs are the cheapest thing also, so if you want to upgrade these and your limit is snowballs, which it probably will be, they're super cheap. But anyway, this will upgrade to Surprise Present. It's just a bomb attack. This can upgrade to Stumpy Gloop, which I think Stumpy Gloop gives morale to your whole team. So that's a pretty nice one. This doesn't do anything particularly interesting at level 3. Randomly cast Cactus, just a little poison attack. Pretty nice. Randomly cast Candy Canes, that I think is a neutral attack. Just multi-hit, Candy Canes pop out of the ground. It's pretty cool. Sorry, neutral, I meant elementless. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. Okay, I just like to show off because most of the pieces of equipment gain a special effect at level 3, so it can potentially influence what your thoughts are of it, basically, depending on what its special utilities are. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just keep both those guys quick. Okay, so you can see from the icon there's a defender. So that'll hint to you. And this wave also can potentially foreshadow a little bit what's going to be going on. So this one's really annoying. I think we're going to focus on him. I'm just going to just straight up focus on killing one of these guys. Actually, I think... Yeah, this is buffed by my weapon. So we're just going to kill this guy, and then once it's him, we'll weaken him a bit, and then we'll focus on throwing down our buffs, I think is how we're going to want to handle this. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and have you use Encore, because I'm going to have Matt start throwing out a Temper. We're going to save the defense buffs a little bit, just because Temper lasts for quite a few turns. And well, that's nice. You still got radiation in effect. It's just something you need to keep in mind. It can potentially help you, but it can just as easily hurt you very badly if you're not paying attention. You can just do this. Weaken him a bit. It's hoping for a stun, but that's fine. To be fair, also radiation does make defense buffs not that useful. I'm gonna use them just cause. But they are considerably less useful when radiation's in effect, because it can just cancel them out. Although that time we actually got minus HP on all three, which is pretty funny, and not terribly common by any means. I think Anna's a little bit more well-rounded. We'll buff her up. And what else can we even do? Guess we can get rid of our HP debuff. I'm just thinking of any little way I can use to set up here. Auto revive for 2 turns, that's not really of interest. Here, let's do a Slime Bunny. A little bit expensive, but Slime Bunny is really useful. And later on, the cost will be a lot less impactful. Alright, let's see, what are our debuffs? What are we dealing with this time? Oh, perfect. I was also kind of hoping that would happen, so we're going in with full advantage. And as you can see, we got the double, we got a Defender Bubbler combo. Let's see, which one do we go for first? That's the question. Thunder and Bomb attacks. I'm not sure I really swapped out my equips too much for this either. Yeah, equips could be better. We're gonna stick with it for now. But, yeah, I definitely could have prepared for this a little better. We're also 2 levels higher than them. And, like, 1 or 2 levels can actually make a pretty big difference. So I think we're gonna be pretty okay here. Actually, I think I was actually gonna use the bubbler in this battle, but kind of screwed myself from doing that. Unless we killed the bubbler first, which I guess we could do. Ice, water. This guy does a lot more elements. I think we might actually focus on the bubbler. I think our weapons, at least Matt's weapon, is more, and yeah, no legs is too. We're a little bit more inclined towards dealing damage to him, so we're gonna start with him, I think here. Could try and weaken them. That might actually be useful. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and weaken him. I think he's more of the damage dealer, the defender. And he's also the one we're not gonna be focusing on, so I think that's our best bet here. Okay, we're just gonna save that for when he tempers himself, actually, I think. Yeah, we'll just start off with one of these, see how that does. Oh, that's pretty good. You see, we're doing quite a bit of damage to him, and that's from a couple pretty mediocre attacks, to be honest. So I'm not too concerned about this one, actually. Okay. That was an... I wasn't expecting a cannon firing animation for that attack, but okay. A little bit unexpected there. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're just gonna full on go for this guy, I think, at this point. Wow, yeah, 2 levels really makes a huge difference. Okay. This will honestly probably just kill him. Nope. Okay. Not quite that much of a difference. We'll do this, it'll heal him a little bit if it hits. Yeah, that's fine. You tell it's dead, there's no blood or anything. Okay. This is all fine. Yep, that's pretty useful. Okay. We just switch over this guy. It's not, it's really not a whole lot going on here. These fights were quite a bit simpler than I was expecting. Although, that being said, I'm not sure how we're missing some... Oh, right, our accuracy got way debuffed. Okay, forgot about that. I'm gonna have her do Dispel, I think. Oh, she can't. Never mind. Ah, that's fine. We'll take this guy out. Oh, he's actually gonna surrender. Yeah, we can just let him do that. Alright, see ya. Meow. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, just making sure. I started to really question in that fight whether or not I was on Epic, but I guess it's just a little bit, unintentionally bit of an underleveled battle. I don't know what this does yet. Doesn't look like a... This has interesting implications. No spoilers in the comments, but I actually don't know what this is yet. But we got some stat items that, of course, I'm going to avoid using for now. And... okay, I think we are good to carry on here. Alright, so... that, I believe, is going to allow us... yes. So now we can free Natz. That was the load-bearing lever, as it were, that was going to allow us to get into here. Knew I hired the right bodyguard. Somebody rewarded already. You're quite a prize. Why is she giving me cheek? It was all no legs. Important item in the treasure chest over here. It's a hammer. That sounds useful. It's a special type of hammer that can only destroy cracked boulders. I'm also not that strong. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, now we can actually go back here. Talk to some of these fine people. Mystic Woods, okay, so that apparently is a place that exists. What's your deal? It's just a prank, bro. I want him for myself. Oh, dear. And then there's her. Greenwood. Okay, so she's from Greenwood. Talk to the table if you want to buy something. Yeah, so you can actually just buy food items here, which is interesting. It seems strange, but it'll make sense soon enough. How are we doing on coffees, actually? 17. Okay, we're doing fine on coffees. Can heal up here, as per usual. Got the hammer. So we can now break all these boulders we've been seeing around the map, which is pretty handy. A few stat items that, of course, I'm going to continue to ignore for the moment. If you guys are wondering how we're doing on stat items right now, that's where we're at the moment. As I've said before, there's absolutely no reason to be saving stat items. Zero. Especially in previous games, there was, because you could use them on any player. But you can't in this game, so it's very obvious you just use stat items when you get them. I'm just not using them for fun, basically. Also, really quick over here, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, because you guys couldn't actually see this before. But this is the chest I was talking about. Again, there's very little of this screen that was left to the imagination, so I'm sure anyone who's played this knew what I was talking about. But just so you guys can see it. Okay, now we're gonna go back here, and you'll notice that this guy's here now. And also, yeah, we can leave through that other exit if we need to. And oh yeah, we also we haven't had Nat in our party for a while, so she actually has quite a bit of AP saved up. Let's see, who do I want to have in? I'll go with these guys for now. It doesn't matter too much. So yeah, this is actually the boss of this area. We're gonna go ahead and hop in here. We actually have a bit of time, but I really don't want to start this fight quite yet. Also, yes, that happens at the beginning of the fight, no matter what, just so you know. Model 90XX hover tank Neon Valkyrie. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and scan. We're gonna do our prep this episode this time, just for the sake of time. So it starts with a cannon turret on, but here's the tank itself, the Neon Valkyrie. Bomb and non-elemental can change its turret attachment, so basically if you destroy the turret, it can just grow back. Also, this music is fantastic. Yeah, here's Lance again. I think we've already seen pretty much everything he can do. Yeah, okay. So, also you'll see now we have the backup. We can now switch people in and out as we choose, or as we please, without really any repercussions or anything. Although somehow Natz is lost. Oh, right, because we scanned. Right, okay. It's really confused. Okay. So we can go ahead and start doing some of our prep. Although that being said, I already forgot what the tank is weak to. You'll also notice you can't capture the tank, so you don't have to bother. Okay, so weak to electric, water, and bomb. Mostly electric, so electric's going to want to be what we focus on. And not immune to weak. a bit resistant to all these debuffs. It can be siphoned. I'm not sure that'd be useful, but it's an option at least. Something to consider. It can be set on fire for some reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Yeah, you see, she has a lot of AP. Everyone else has quite a bit too, because I haven't been spending it in a while, because I've been waiting for the boss, quite frankly. So, first and foremost, we're going to upgrade her Thunderbolt at least a little bit. I think level 4 is sufficient for now. Go ahead and learn Star Power just because it's kind of handy. Toxic, useful in general. Not too useful for this fight, obviously, but we'll learn it just because. Judgment is very good. A little bit expensive. I think I'm gonna pass for right now. This can also weaken, which I actually did not notice until now. No cooldown, so this is just a good general purpose holy attack, and since that's Lance's only weakness, probably a good choice. We're also gonna learn Mute. I thought we'd learned this before, but I guess we didn't. It's just Siphon, as you can see. Even at level 1, it has a 100% chance, which is nice. And we can go ahead and learn that, I suppose. I'm also going to go ahead and change around some things to be a little bit more how I'm used to them from my live stream series. So there we go. How much is that to level up? Yeah, we'll go for that. Okay. Tempted to level this up again. I think that's just not really necessary. I think I'd rather help her be a little bit more well-rounded. That's pretty good. This is good and cheap. Again, not useful for this fight, but I'm not doing everything to prepare for this fight right now. I'm trying to think ahead a little bit. Those are both good, really good. Her limit breaks are very solid. We're actually going to go ahead and get everyone's limit breaks up to level 2. Just because. We're going to upgrade this, I think, because that's really good. That's super good. It's already level 3, though. Yeah, we're just going to do it. And then we can just level these up a bit. Okay, not too bad. For you, this, you see, her arrow abilities have this unique property where once you get them to level 3, they have the ability to, it basically it's kind of an AoE, but it randomly targets per enemy. So if there's 5 enemies, she's going to shoot 5 arrows, but you have no idea where they're going to go. Kind of cool. Be handy for this fight. I also really want to upgrade this, so that's a useful skill that I've been very underutilizing. And we're going to upgrade her heal a little bit, and that's pretty much all we can do there. You, I don't think that's quite necessary, but this is really nice. And we're going to level that up, a bit. Going to round him out a little bit here, round him out a little bit more, and that all is probably fine. We could just have her learn this, I think. It'll be handy enough. There we go. Okay. And then for equips, I think most of this is gonna stay kind of the same. Let's see, bomb resist is good. So what is it? Bomb? What kind of damage does Lance do? Probably bomb. Bomb, fire, and electric, I think. And dark. Really, it's mostly bomb we're gonna be dealing with. Where does, there we go. Bomb and non-elemental, so it's mostly bomb. We're definitely going to want bomb resist is the only thing we really know for sure. So honestly, I think these equips, as a result, are pretty okay. I'll go ahead and give you some of this, I guess. Yeah. And that. And one last thing. We're going to upgrade these just to show what these are all about. Obviously, we're going to have that equipped. You don't have your electric bow yet, which is fine. And yes, okay, so I think that is going to do it. That should be about all the prep we need to do. A little bit longer than I was expecting, but next time at least we can hop straight into the battle and then see where we can go from there. For me, this was definitely the hardest of the first few boss fights, so I think I'm pretty well prepared, but we'll have to see how things go. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to my twitch.tv channel. Like I said, tonight I plan on streaming EBF 5. I have figured out my work hours. It's about 8 to 4:30 to 5-ish. So I think, at the very least for tomorrow, I'm going to stick with the original stream time that I was planning. We're going to do 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST. In the future, that might change around a little bit, but I think this time, at least, we're going to stick with that. So, yeah, we're streaming EBF5. We're going to be doing our final Composer's Cut giveaway. So if you're interested in winning a copy of the soundtrack of this game, just stop by if you're here at any point in the stream and enter, and then you're here at the very end. You'll have a chance to win. So, yeah. Also join me on Discord if you guys want to keep in touch, and also learn about if there's any live stream switches or anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.